The camera glides through thick ethereal fog, cutting through thin, cold mountain air that clings to every surface. It rises, passing through the cloud layer to reach an alpine plateau stretched out below. The fog starts to thin, but does not clear completely. Edges stay soft, shadows blur. Then the first shape cuts through, a rough, weathered stone tip rising above the mist. It keeps rising. Another appears to its left, then another to the right. A dozen, 2 dozen. Each one stretches a full 100 meters from base to peak. No ordinary mountain could push these blocks up. No human tool could carve them straight. The fog pulls back far enough to show their arrangement. A perfect, unbroken circle covering hundreds of meters of ground. Blue glowing moss streaks their weathered surfaces. Ancient angular carvings crisscross the stone, their meaning lost to time. No modern archaeologist can read them. No modern engineer can explain how they got here. Human hands never lifted these blocks. Human cranes never set them in place. This circle has stood here for thousands of years, waiting. This is the first sign of Ilgun-guk, the lost land of giants. The scene cuts sharply to a flat, packed dirt clearing just beside the stone circle. 20 figures stand spaced evenly around a single block of granite. The block weighs 50 tons, solid, dense, unmoving. The camera pulls forward, slowly circling the block to check every edge. No ropes wrap around its corners, no pulleys hang above it from the sky. No tracks mark the ground to show where heavy machinery rolled it into place. The dirt around it is undisturbed, just packed grass and loose stones. Each figure grips a single jade staff, smooth, polished. They hold them pointed straight at the center of the block. For 3 heartbeats, nothing moves. The air hangs still, then the dirt under the block shifts. It crumbles, just a little, as the bottom edge pulls away from the ground. The whole block lifts. 3 feet. It hangs there, unsupported, no wires, no cranes, nothing. Golden ripples spread out from the stone, soft at first, then strong enough to vibrate the thin mountain air. You can feel the hum in your bones. Every unsolved mystery of ancient construction clicks into place. Stonehenge's sarsen blocks, the core masonry of the Great Pyramid, the unmovable monoliths scattered across every continent. All the arguments, all the theories, all the guesswork vanish. Here is the answer. Humans never lifted these stones by hand. They used this. The camera pulls back, slow and steady, pulling away from the levitating block and the robed figures to take in the wider plateau. The alpine grass stretches out, green and wind-tousled, toward a line of jagged rock formations in the distance. Then the gate comes into frame. It is a single trilithon, just 3 stones stacked perfectly one on top of the other. It rises more than 200 meters from the plateau dirt to the top of its lintel. It dwarfs Stonehenge's largest arch by 3 full times. Its base is set so deep into the ground you cannot see where the stone ends and the mountain begins. The wind whistles through the gap between the lintel and the pillars, a low, moaning sound that carries across the entire plateau. The camera holds on the empty opening for 10 full seconds. No giant steps out, no roar echoes. Instead, one lone traveler steps through the threshold, from the outside world into the land beyond. He is no taller than a single ant crawling across a wooden table. The gate swallows him whole. He keeps walking, moving steadily forward into the mist that hangs beyond the opening. Sunset spills through the gap behind him, gilding the edge of his outline and stretching his shadow long across the grass. It stretches for 1 kilometer, then 2, then 3. It reaches almost all the way back to the stone circle. No giant ever built this gate. It is Ilgun-guk's greeting to the world. All who enter know immediately they have stepped into a land beyond all human scale. What waits inside is impossible to guess. Night falls fast over the alpine plateau. The sky clears of cloud, bleeds from deep indigo to pure black, and the Milky Way blazes overhead. No city light diffuses its glow, no haze softens the edges of the stars. They hang sharp and bright, close enough to touch, thousands of them spilling across the dark dome above. The stone circle stands quiet in the dark, its blue moss still glowing faint under the starlight. For a long minute, nothing changes. The wind shifts, the grass sways, then the top of the southernmost pillar flares. Bright white. It glows so bright it washes out the blue moss on the weathered stone below. For 3 heartbeats, it holds. Then one by one, the other pillar tops follow. North, east, west. Every pillar in the circle lights up, one after another, no rush, no hurry, like a switch being thrown, one contact at a time. When the last pillar glows, the first beam leaps. Thin, straight, pale white, it jumps straight from the pillar peak, across the dark sky, to lock onto a single bright star. No deviation, no arc. A perfect straight line. Another beam leaps, then another. Each pillar connects to its own star. No two share. The entire circle becomes a living grid, carved straight into the earth, mapping every movement of the heavens in real time. These are not monuments to dead kings. They are not burial markers. They are not temples to forgotten gods. They are a tool. Sharp, precise, purpose-built, carved into the earth by the people of Ilgun-guk to talk to the stars themselves. The camera does not stop. It keeps pulling back, pulling away from the glowing stone circle, past the great gate of trilithons, over the alpine grass that rolls down toward the mountain range ahead. Snow caps the highest peaks, glinting faint white under the glow of the connected stars. One peak rises higher than all the rest, its slope sharp and unbroken against the dark sky. As the camera pulls back farther, details resolve. The carved stone walls that line the mountain's face curve along a ridge, forming the heavy brow of a forehead. Deep gorges cut into the rock to become shadowed closed eyes. The slope softens below into a jawline, smooth and rounded, as if the giant is at rest. Thousands of hearth fires glow warm across the stone slopes, their light scattered like faint freckles across the giant's cheeks. The capital of Ilgun-guk is not built on the mountain. It is carved directly into the rock. It is part of the mountain. Nature and architecture are one. This is the land of giants. The giant is the land, and the land is the giant. The camera holds on the glowing face for 3 long seconds. It fades slow to black. Only the faint, warm afterglow lingers in the dark. This closes the midpoint of the 12 Kingdoms series.